The team of upcoming film Sarbjit, including lead actors Richa, Randeep, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, director Umang Kumar, producers Hani Bhagnani, Jackie Bhagnani, Bhushan Kumar, and actor Darshan Kumar, recently unveiled the much-awaited trailer of the upcoming biopic, which is based on the life of an Indian farmer, Sarbjit Singh.
To begin with, when Umang came to me with the subject, it was an immediate yes. He's already shared that with you. Because when you hear the story, I mean, I'm sure you all already got the feeling, the vibe of it when you saw the trailer right now. How can we walk away from being a part of telling the story and sharing it with everybody, especially the human story? We are all familiar with the reportage, and thank you all for doing what you do day in and day out. But nevertheless, there are a lot of, as I started out saying today, that we all still individually as Indians continue with our lives. We do get affected, we do get disturbed, but we don't necessarily can possibly experience or take the minute out to experience how just an incident can completely change the dynamic of a family, can change the lives of a family. And it was important to be part of that narrative and to share it with us Indians. Sarabjit's life cannot go, his story cannot go unknown. And Dalbir fought for over 23 years relentlessly. I mean, this kind of sibling love and commitment, the lady's capacity to be Sarabjit for his family, to be Sarabjit's Dalbir Benji for him, to be Darji's spirit and strength to be able to keep the fight on going is just a commendable, unbelievable spirit. And there, I think, adjectives fall short to describe that spirit which exists in so many households of our country and worldwide. So this story needed to be told. And thank you, Umang, for bringing it to me. Thank you, Utkarshini, for writing the way that you have. And thanks to the whole team for us bringing it to life.
The hard part of the character, of course, weight loss and all that is something we had decided, and it took a lot of willpower to achieve that. But the hardest part of the character was the fact that a lot is known and documented about Dalbir Kaur. Not much is known about him and his prison life. So that, to keep it true and to keep it within the script and keep it as honest as possible, and to go through the suffering he did for 23 years, where out of that 18 years he was locked up in chains and was in a Kal Kotri. So imagining all that was the harder part, and you know, with Umang and as a co-conspirator, it was very easy, and I feel that everybody in the cast has done a fantastic job, and I'm very proud to be a part of this movie.
I'm playing Awais Sheikh, a Pakistani lawyer. I think he's a fighter. A common man did an extraordinary thing for humanity. So, जो मैंने role ये पढ़ते, I felt like, wow, this I have to do it, and it was such a nice journey, and I just love the film.
जब ये पिक्चर स्टार्ट करने जा रहे थे हम, मेरे दिल की एक ख्वाहिश थी, थ्रू दिस फिल्म अगर एक आदमी बाहर आता है तो दैट्स द ट्रू मीनिंग फॉर मी टू मेक दिस फिल्म. मुझे ये लगा ही था, मैं बोल के थक गया हूँ कि लेट्स स्टार्ट अ फाउंडेशन, एंड वी हैव स्टार्टेड वन फाउंडेशन, ब्रिंग देम होम बैक, एंड दिस वी वांट, you know, prisoners from their story, their families, our family over here, and this film will in the end show you what the hope we want from the government, from the audience, to realize and accept what is going on, and we have to do something about it. Maybe through this film, that one person agar nikal jayega, so I think the meaning of this film will be complete.
Well, first time I had seen all those footage, and when he died, I was aware of what that happened. First time I read about Sarabjit movie being made was when somebody forwarded me an article where Dalbir, the real Dalbir Kaur, was saying that she would like me to play the role. And I was like, really? So then I looked up, did more research about him, and by the time I met Umang, I knew him very well. And then Umang gave me some letters, some photographs. There was only one video footage. So I went about learning the Punjabi, and then we discussed how do we make a difference in his 23 years of his life. So we went about, we decided that, okay, let's let him lose weight so that, you know, his plight comes across even more to the audience. So that took me a lot of time and a lot of unhealthy things. So that was one part of it. And then I realized that, you know, what can happen worst in the jail was the tooth decay. So I went to Canada and I went for the Toronto Film Festival. So there I met this guy who makes molds, who makes monsters in Hollywood movies. So I got him to make me a mold and send me 3 stages of his teeth. And apart from that, you know, I went through the letters, I made his thoughts mine, I made his words mine. I went through, I think I have written many letters which I have not sent to Umang and which I will never send because now I read them and I think they're too personal. I used to sit at home and in the chains and, you know, lie in my bathroom for a long time and write letters to Umang as if he was my sister, but I would address it as Umang. Sorry, Umang. If I feel, if you love me enough, I'll give you those letters. So I went through the whole journey of 23 years. I tried to go through the whole journey of 23 years of solitude, of the things. You know, the first thing I mean, what would a person dream about? What would a person think about lying alone in darkness for so many years? That, as I said earlier, was left to our imagination because that was not documented. So as a person, I thought how to make it real for myself is to try and go through it, through the starvation, through the solitude, through darkness. Your mind plays tricks on you when you're in the dark, man. You talk to yourself and all kinds of things happen. So I think it's one of the most prepared roles of mine. And it took me a few months to get the mindset. And Umang was actually going to shoot the Dabang village portions till he dropped the bomb on me before Diwali and said, I'm going to shoot this. So I had a very short time to catch up with the weight loss, but I did it. And somewhere that has instilled in me a sense of belief and a sense of my own willpower, which I think will help me in other parts as well.